amazing morning. It's your girl Jewel here, back with another car chronicle video. I guess you guys saw that like my daughter to school on here about Lord, that sun just hit me like a ton of bricks. Jeez. So if I am was a scam, and how I felt about it, and if I felt like it was a scam for me, or how did it work for me, and it was my personal experience. But I actually think one thing is very important, and I talked about, and I got some videos, is one-on-ones. I think you have to get with somebody that actually knows they're doing and have a mentor, and it's like a lack of leadership. But actually, I wanted to show you guys what I do. This is one of my one-on-ones with one of my favorite women in our community, Miss Diane. She is actually located in the DC area. I have no idea. When I don't know Miss Diane on a personal level. I met her in the community, and very, very sweet lady. I mean, she's just so sweet, just genuine. And I think that's very important, to have genuine people when you are working with people. And when you're a mentor, you have to be authentic. And I think being authentic is very, very hard these days, because everybody, they want to be somebody else. Everybody wants to be somebody else. Everybody wants to, what this person has. Not everybody, but a lot of people, they see what people have. They see the fluff on social media, and it's just, that's what people want. Her personal coach, and the coach was like, hey, I got a lady that's really needed some additional help. Do you mind, talking with her and showing her some things? I said, no, I have no problem. And that's one thing about me, like, especially the women in my community, I definitely want to help them out, because I know how it was for me when I first started learning how to trade, and how difficult and the challenges that I had. So I know that women, usually we have a lot of more things on our plate emotionally. And so I definitely wanted to reach out, or to actually help somebody, make some money or accomplish their goals, and just show them, my way and how it helped for me. So yeah, Millionaire Calvin reached out to me, and I said, yeah, sure, I have no problem. I reached out to Miss Diane. We had a conversation, and we hopped on a Zoom. And the best thing about this whole ordeal was that we hopped on a Zoom, and I'm not knowing, and I'm not thinking that it's going to be every, we actually were just trying to see, hey, I want you to show me some things, can you show me this, can you show me that? And I said, no problem, I don't have a problem showing you anything. And the amazing part of that is that I showed her something. We stayed on the Zoom for maybe like an hour and 15-20 minutes, and I felt like this was somebody that I have known my whole life. And I think that's one thing that about me, is that I'm very genuine and I'm very authentic in what I'm doing, and I give people the real deal. So the fact that I had a conversation with her, did not know who she was, and hopped on a Zoom with her, never met her, and now it has become a routine that what we do. So we have actually set up something, so every other week or every 2 weeks, I check in with her, make sure she's doing what she's doing. Even outside of that, I always make sure that she's accomplishing her goals, if she has any additional questions. And I think that's the one thing that a lot of people get confused about, and they're missing leadership. So when you are definitely deciding to want to join, you have to make sure that you get with somebody that is really, really authentic. And it's hard to tell that just by having a conversation over the phone, because you don't really know somebody's genuine or authentic unless you kind of can see them. Yeah. here's a couple of my one-on-ones with Miss Diane. And I hope you guys like it. Press that button, subscribe. I got more. Let's say you want to put a pending order. Put it in your demo B, 0.01 lot size. I want this to activate, right? So I want it to activate. Your administrative force is not going to give you an alert to let you know that it activates. It gonna activate whenever it activates. Like it's not gonna, it's not gonna send you an alert to say, hey, this is activated. So what you could do, put 0.01 pending order in your demo B, give you a call level alert for that price. So when the price activates, it'll alert your phone, and then you can go to that pending order to see, you know, which way it's going. That's the alternative. Because now we got those alerts to actually do that. See, when I was doing pending orders, I didn't know nothing about no call levels. I had to literally like, okay, I put 0.01 in my demo B, and then I'm gonna just wait and see what it's gonna do. Because I mean, some people put pending orders and they walk away, you know, because they can do that. I've done it before. I've done a pending order and I walked away and I came back and like I was up like $3 or $4, and I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" Then I've done it and that's gone the opposite way. So yeah, so like it'll actually, and that's the bad thing. Like it will actually activate and then it'll reverse on you because it's doing a retracement or it's doing a retest or doing a pullback. So when you get into a pending order, you want to definitely get in after you try to predict to get in after the retracement, after the retest. So let me pull up.
And do you? I just got to turn something off on the stove. Do you use them now, or do you just
sometimes
do you watch your money? Do you watch your money?
I definitely. It depends on what I'm doing. I definitely watch it. I have put in. I remember when school was in. When my daughter was going to school and I was like volunteering as a classroom mom. I remember I had to go and do like they had like a block hour where they had volunteer teacher where they come in and you can either read or you can either help with like, you know, you can help for like 2 hours. So this was like around right before lunch. So this is like 9:30, 10 o'clock hour time where they go in. So that's like prime New York time hours. So I remember putting a pending order before I left for the day. Like I put in a pending order, and then once I got to the school, I remember I had went to my phone, like an hour had passed. I went to my phone and I was in profit. So I'm in the classroom and I'm like, oh, I'm in profit because I said my TP, my stop loss, all of that. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, So I'm trying my best to not, you know, I don't want to steer away from what's going on. So once I saw that I was in profit, I just, you know, I kind of either closed out or I just looked on the administrative board like to see where I was at, you know, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just close this out because the thing is, if you can, that's what a whole pending order is there. And like I've had pending orders where I didn't look at my phone at all, and it literally took me in profit and it closed me out. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends, and that's the only thing about pending orders is that you just don't know. Like, but you want to be try to be as accurate as you can when it comes to that. Hold on one second. You can't have this, girl. I don't know what you think this is. like you want to be as accurate as you can when it comes to pending orders, because that's the whole point of having a pending order, is to know when to get in. But that's what I'm saying. Like now you have your call level alert. So if I got the call level alert, I can put it in as a pending order. And once it activates, like I can also put a call level alert. So once the call level activates to my phone, then I can go to it and then switch it over to my live A sub. That's what I would usually do.
Okay.
Did she fall? Did she hurt herself? You said, huh? You saying yeah, but she's saying no. Which one is it? Did you fall? Girl, you didn't fall. Okay, anyway. Okay, let me see. See, okay, this is what's the trade. Okay. Into the trade. So, okay, zone 1, that's 31 pips. Into trade, buy limit. Okay, like buy stop. Well, see, no, this ain't a buy limit.
Okay. I did something wrong.
Because a buy limit is it's selling to a certain limit, and then it's coming up. So let me show you. I mean, let me go back. So that's GA. That was FS choice. Let's go to.
I think so, yeah.
AUD. And she gonna keep pulling. Hey, you little girl, get away. Okay, let me show you. This is something. So this is what did you have this? So this is this where? Because this happened on.
I wrote it down. I'll tell you where I was. It was GA on February the 18th at 1:15.
This is Friday. No. No. Okay. February 18th. No, yeah, March. Oh, have mercy. Okay, so you can go back. Okay. I'm like, wait a minute.
Go wherever you want to go. You can go do your homework wherever you want. February 18th at
right up in here.
15.
Because it says February 18th at what time?
Going back. 01:15. Come back. Other way. You in the 17th now. So it's 01:15. 01:15.
I see.
No,
yeah,
that's February 8th. I said 01. I want you to get right where I was. You see your time says 10 o'clock?
Okay.
My time said 01.
Oh, okay.
01.
Right here.
01:15.
Oh, 01:15.
Yeah.
45, 30.
30.
Right here?
There you go. Yep.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Let's see something. 01:15.
Would that be the same for, wait a minute now, is that something different though? Wouldn't your time be different? Or?
Yeah, and I mean, I guess, but I mean, it's still the same date, right? Because
okay.
this is,
I think 18th.
It's still the same thing. Yeah. So, okay. So would you, all right. So you had this, okay. This is what your I'm just putting the zones right here. Yeah, okay, you had it right here. And then you had another one up at the top, right? About right.
Yeah, because he tells us to start with a blank screen. So we remove the TPs and then
let's see.
Put in your own.
Putting your own zones. Okay. So he wants you to buy limit and a buy stop.
Well, he said all of them, but I spoke to him. I said you can't do all because I'm trending up,
Right.
and the only way for me to show the others was to trend down.
So what you understand about a buy? What you want to have to understand, girl? Stop. Don't say. Oh, she was grabbing her. Trying to grab her. Pull up. Oh, okay. So what you understand about a buy limit is I'm selling, but then it's going to eventually buy. Like, so a buy stop. So this would be, so let's say this, okay. My buy stop would be, hey, coming up here, retest. I'm gonna put a buy stop right here. Okay. Right. So I put a buy stop to my next, let's say my next zone. So here to here is 28 pips, right? So this would be my buy stop because it's coming to it. My trend is going, because you see the trend is in the uptrend, right? So my trend is going up and it's coming to, like, it's buying, and then it's kind of stopped, it stopped and retracement because this is my support. So it bought all the way to this resistance, retested, made a support, and then I'm putting a buy stop right here to continue to my next zone or my next resistance, comes to, right? So that would be my buy stop.
What did I put there?
You
Mine
put,
said something else.
see.
I put,
I think you put you put a buy, you got the buy stop right.
Well, at least right? I feel good. I got half of it right.
Yeah. So you get the buy stop. But so I guess he's trying to say the buy limit. So what the buy limit is, like the buy, like this is intertrade, this is correct. Intertrade, that's correct. Intertrade, that's correct. Buy stop, that's correct. Pips, correct, right? So you got your zones right. Zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. Looks good. The buy limit is the only thing is that, oh, that's the picture you sent me. The buy limit, you have to, so let me find a buy limit. Let me show you what a buy limit would look like.
Okay, so while you search for that, then maybe I shouldn't. So the two that go, how can I say, the two that would go in the uptrend is the buy stop and the
say it again, Ms. Diane.
I'm trying to get my thoughts together, my words right. So so there's the buy stop, there's the sell stop, there's the buy limit, and the sell limit. So remember,
go ahead. No, I'm saying remember, go ahead. All of your stops, your buy stop and your sell stop, is meaning that the trend, your candles are continuing into that trend. So a buy stop would mean I'm buying and I pause, like I'm stopping, and then I'm continuing into the buy. I'm continuing to that trend. Sales, same thing. I'm selling. Come to a certain area, certain zone, and then I continue into that trend. Like I continue into the sale. The buy limit and the sell limit is doing the opposite. So if I'm putting a buy limit on, I have to put a buy limit on a sale, because now the sale has come to a certain point where it's reached, made its money. Now guess what it's about to do? It's about to buy. So I got to put a sale limit on that. I'm putting a sale limit on that buy because it's buying. It stopped. Now it's starting to reverse. Now I'll put a sell limit on there so it can, so my price can activate that sale. So let's say you want to take a buy like this right here. So you see how the trend is going down, right? This is would be your, I'm gonna make this yellow, because this is like, let's say it's a zone within the zone. So our black lines are my, let's say my black lines are my TP, my support and resistance, my TP 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And of course, you have zones. I'm gonna make this yellow within it, right? So come down, you see retest, selling some more. Let's say this TP, let's say this is TP1. Let's say this TP2, let's say this TP3. Let's just say that's what it is. Okay. Come down, hit this zone, so hit this zone, so come back down. Now it has come to an area where it don't go no more. And once you start to see that, let's say the scanners, let's say why it was selling, the scanner was saying, okay, it's a buy, because that's typically what you can operate off of too, is that if my scanner's calling for something, I can put and I'm waiting for it to to turn around. So like, how you see what I'm doing, like pairs, they have gone to TP3, they pretty much have made their money. Those are the pairs that usually take that reversal, right? So it's like, okay, hey, I've gone to TP3, I've made my money. Now what's next? Now I got to see what the scanner is calling. So you're coming down and selling. I've gotten to this point. Now I want to do a buy limit. So I'm watching the scanner. Okay, well, look, GA, I know it's going to buy because that's what the scanner calling. Scanner calling for a buy. It's just not ready to buy right now. So if it's come to this point, like it reached TP3, now it's doing a lot of staying in the zone. So what I would do is I would actually put a buy limit on here, on here. Like once it breaks out of that zone. So if it consolidates right here, up and down, it's sold to this area. Now what I want to do is I'm gonna put a buy limit on here. So if I put a buy limit, let's see, make it red. I'll put a buy limit on this red resistance, because what I want to do, I want to activate, because it is going to, like, I wanted to activate and go into there, because now you wouldn't put it on here if you're looking right at it. Like what you're doing is you're looking at a pair, and what you're looking at a pair previously. Like you don't know where it's going to go to, right? Because one thing we have to understand is, like, we've already made this much, so we're going off of what it did already. Like we're just saying that's what it did. But when you put a limit, or when you put those pending orders, these are pending orders that the market has not reached that at all yet. Like the market has not even come to that point yet. So one thing we have to do is, like, that's why you do a pending order, because we're trying to predict the future. So what we're trying to say is, okay, the scanner is calling for a buy, but it's selling right now. So what I need to do is I need to put a buy limit. I'm sorry. Yes, scanner's calling for a buy, it's selling. So what I want to do is I want to put a buy limit on this zone, because let's say that this pair goes to TP3 or TP2, because you're looking back at the previous. What you're doing is you're looking back at previous, right? I'm looking back at the past. I'm looking back at everything. So what I'm trying to do is I'm saying, okay, it keeps coming. Let's say G8, man, it keeps coming to TP2. Like it keeps stopping at this particular support and resistance line, right? So what I would do is, if it's going to sell today, I would put a buy limit on that support and resistance line, on that horizontal line. I'm gonna put a buy limit on there, because my scanner is calling for a buy, but it's selling right now. I want to catch the buy because that's the better opportunity. Like you can say, like, okay, I want to catch it on the buy. I want to catch on the buy because every time it's come to TP2, it's reversed because that's how you predict those limits. Because it keep coming to the same zone, keeps coming to the same exact zone. Oh man, just keep coming TP2 zone, TP2. So now I'm gonna put a buy limit because the scanner's calling for a buy. Even though it's selling right now, I got to put a limit to see I wanted to take off into a buy. So that's why you put a limit on, because you're saying, okay, once it comes here, activates, then it's going to go into that buy. And that's usually what the pin order is for, is to predict future, you know what I'm saying, future buys. Is that, if that makes sense?
Yeah, it does.
Because it's hard to do it. It's hard to do it when the candles have already formed and made the money. Because so like on your picture, where it go? Like your buy stop. Like this is perfect because it's still in a trend, right?
Yeah.
And you got zone 1, 2, and 3. Like, yeah, I got the trend going. So guess what I got to do? I'm coming up here, retest. Yep. Buy stop. Because I'm going to go to the next zone or I'm going to go to the next zone. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, your trades are right. Your buy stop is correct. And you go into the next zone. So now I'm going to the next zone. So that's a buy stop. The buy limit would be if you were selling and it come down to a certain area, then you would buy limit.
Okay.
So what you did was you got it like, and I guess this would be correct too, because see, a buy limit, you got these two candles coming down right here. You see how you got the retest?
Yeah.
And then so it's kind of like you got both of them, but and I guess that the homework time because it's kind of hard to do it on a buy, like because the buy limit is a sale, like it's a for real sale, and you're putting a limit on that sale, right? You're putting a limit on the sale, saying, hey, this sale is going to come, these candles are going to come to this certain zone and stop. Now it's reversing the other way. So with this, I guess you're trying to see, because all this is a retest. It's not really a for real sale. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So this wouldn't necessarily be a buy limit, but if you got to show within the same like trend, then I guess it would be. Because I guess if he's wanting you to show it within the same trend, then yeah, this is correct. But if you're actually showing a buy limit on a pair, then this is incorrect. Because
right.
And I'm telling you why, because the MetaTrader 4, when you put in a buy limit, buy sell, they'll tell you, like they won't even let you won't even be able to actually put it in. Like if you're trying to enter a buy limit, they won't even let you put it in if it's not correct. Like you can't even put a buy limit. That's how I realized what I was doing was wrong. I was putting in like I was trying to put a buy stop, but I was putting in a buy limit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like and it was already buying. So I had the two confused too at one point. I thought the limit was I'm stopping and I'm buying some more. But the buy limit is I'm selling and I'm limiting that sale to keep going. So now I'm putting a buy limit on that sale because now the sale has got to come to a certain pause, and it's not going to continue in that direction. It's going to buy up. And that's what you do if your trade has, I say, it's exhausted its candles. Like once it starts, it has like made the money. Oh, scanner's calling for this, but it's selling. Like, oh, scanner's calling for a sale, but it's buying right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm I'm gonna mark up my TPs once it comes to this point, right? So I was predicting it to go down to my yellow line. I was like, it keeps coming to this. It keeps coming to this zone. Okay, she ready. Go put that YouTube on in the it kept coming to this zone. So I was like, oh yeah, keep coming here, keep coming here, keep coming here. This is something to look out for, right? So what did it do? It stayed up to it kept coming up here, bam. So kept coming up here. Touch it, kept coming up here. Soul again. Once it came here, somebody said, hold on, Miss Diane.
Okay.
1 second. Oh, I know it. Yeah, girl.
What's up?
I know that. I know. Hold on. 1 second. You ain't got to say nothing but words. I know. Looks pretty good to me. Okay. Especially this.
Right.
I say to buy this area right here, that this marker right here, this zone, like this zone is, because it keeps coming here. What's wrong? Oh, sometimes my thing just be loading, take its time. It don't want to load all the candles. I guess because I'm on a 15-minute. Maybe that's why. Let me see. All right, so let's see the zone. That second, I'm gonna change this color to, because you can look, come up here, touch right here, touch this, like this zone right here.
Yeah.
This piece, like that's to me, it looks like that, because even on the back, came back down, touched it, went back up, came back down, touched it, went back up, touched again, went back up for a buy, broke it, came back up, touched it again, buy. Like, so I guarantee the TP2 zone, every time it's touched that blue line or in that zone, is touched it, bought, touched it, bought, touched it. Look at it. Oh, it went to heaven on that one. It went all the way to heaven. So yeah, touch that zone. So it's like this zone right here, in this zone. So you gotta mark up your support and resistance. What else you gotta do? Show how many pips.
Yep, your zones, your pip count, and predict the future, and do your buys and sells. Yeah.
So you can do the pip count. So this is so if we're gonna take this so let's just say, and that's the only thing, because it's selling right now. So let's just say you see your account go to them candles, some big candles. I had to learn to don't get caught up, because all that mean is that you got something happening, right? Some news happening, because all it did is it just came back up and just sat here, and it got ready for a whole nother direction that now you can trade calmly. Because if that candle would have, because I guarantee that candle didn't keep going up and up and up. That candle went up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down to that area. Yep.
Okay.
See my body.
All right.
You can't see my body. You see my screen. You see my.
She can hear me. Hey, sweetie. Hey, sweetie. You know my voice now, don't you? She's going, one day when I see her, one day she's gonna hear my voice. Her head gonna go boom. That's her, right?
That's that lady. I know that voice.
I know that voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that voice.
I know that. You know my voice, don't you?
But yeah, like I just it takes a lot of discipline, and it's just something that you have to learn over time. And then like revenge trading is another thing too that I had to learn how to stop doing. Hopping in trades too early, revenge trading, and being like seeing them candles like that, and I see the same thing. I'm like, oh, it's up like $5-6. Like, what you mean? I need to hop in, and I will hop in. As soon as I hop in, it go the other way.
The other way.
You be like, wait, what's going on? Why is that? Keep going. Like, I'm trying to figure out why it's not going.
I'm good with when I make my dollar, I slam that laptop closed.
Oh yeah, please do.
Yeah, get in the habit. Done. Or even if like when I told you I got in the trade and I realized I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
I just said, well, I'm done for the day. That's it. I just
or either and sometimes if you're done, if you got into it too early and you know you got into it too early and you close it at that point, come back to it and see. Like that's what I would do. I would come back after I've made a loss. I'd be like, you know what? Because if I keep it open, I'm going to revenge trade. Like I'm going to try to find something else to get in because I'm like, oh no. I got my money back. And so what I would do is I just would step back for a second, and then once I step back, I'll come back to that trade and look at it. And I'd be like, man, let me see. Okay, let me mark it up real quick. Let me just mark it up and see what I did. And that's what I would do. I would just practice and I would just mark it up. And that's why I don't give you nothing, because you throw it down. I don't give you nothing. But yeah, that's what I would do. Just mark it up after you have calmed down.
Yeah.
Because when you're mad and you try to look at a trade, you're gonna try to see something else and you're gonna try to get in it, and then you're gonna lose more money. Now you're really mad. So but I've done it. I had to learn how to get that discipline. And I still sometimes I still struggle. You know, I'll see something and I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna get in it. And then I have to keep this little voice in my head say, Jewel, no, like, you know, it got to break this area. You know, it's have to break. Like, I have to keep playing it back in my head.
Yeah.
It's got to break. Like, don't get to it. And I've done it. And even if I said it, I'll say, oh, it just looked too good. Let me go. And then I get in it. Now I'm like, it'll go up, and I'm like, see, then it'll go back down, it'll go up again. I was like, oh, now I gotta figure out if I should close this trade out or just hold on to it and see what it do. And 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna close it out.
Right. Because if you hold on to it, it's gonna end up like I was that time when I was waiting for it to come back there. It took almost a week.
It took almost a whole week.
Yeah, I don't ever want to do that again.
Almost a whole week for it to do what you said it's gonna do. But
I don't want to do that again.
It just takes time. That's all. It takes. You gotta have your mind has to be real disciplined to not take those trades.
Right.
Because you see it, because that's just human nature. We see money and we want to hop in. That's all it is.
Right.
Yeah, but once you start trading the same pairs over and over again, you'll start knowing what they do anyway. Right. And then you'll know it needs to do this or it needs to do that or you know what I'm saying? Because you can catch it. If you miss it on a sale, you sure can catch it on a buy.
Okay. Right. Girl. Right.
Yeah. Okay. You got the hiccups. She can't stand it. She don't like pacifiers. Like, she don't suck on them. She just bite them.
Really? I don't want that. I don't need that. You don't need that.
Just buying it because of them gums and them teeth. That's all. Yeah. You can't give her a pacifier to suck on it to.
No, she don't want
Never did like it.
Wow.
That's
rare.
Yep. I tried to give her one. I tried to give her one in the beginning. They were like, yo, because I breastfed her, and they were like, well, you don't want to get her confused. And baby, she don't want no pacifier. I gave her one time to put it in her mouth, and she sucked on it for a little bit. She was about 2 months old. She was like, nah.
Oh wow, get this out of here.
Yeah, get it out of here. I don't want that.
You didn't want that. You didn't want that.
She'll just pick it up and just bite on it. That's all. I think she just like
she's
bite
getting
on
big.
Get big. Yep. So I'm walking too. I'm walking, kind of.
Ooh, trying to walk, are you? You're trying to walk.
A mess. But yeah, email just, notify me on my phone. So yeah.
Okay, I'll try that again.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's all I got right now. Again, like I said, every time we get off the phone for the week, I'm like, I gotta come up with some questions I need to ask. And then sure enough,
I'm trying my best. I think I really want to because there's a lot of people it's like a lot of women in the community. I feel like they are like the same thing that you having trouble with, like the hopping in trays too early, what to do, like how to not get intrigued with the candles that's coming, and
right.
What to do after you lose, and revenge trading. Like everybody ask me like, what do you do? What do you do for that? and I'm just like, just got my head knocked off my body. That's all. It's like, you have to take those L's.
Right.
You can't avoid taking a loss. Like it's just it's not. It doesn't. I guarantee you cannot avoid taking an L. And I don't really call it a loss. I call it a lesson. Like it's a lesson, right? So the more lessons that I had, more that I would say this, the more lessons that I had, the more I realized, hey, bro, you better stop doing this. Like you better stop doing it. Like, and it'll be pairs I love. Like even my favorite ones, I would literally jump in them too soon. Like revenge trading was my I mean, I would try to hop in and get if 10 pips, 15, like just something. I'm talking about ain't got no cross, ain't got no piece, ain't got nothing. But I see them candles doing something, and I be like, I gotta get my money because I just lost. And it just like, and I said, man, I gotta do something. It's on my mind, on my heart. I gotta do something because everybody keep asking me the same thing over and 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 over. And I'm like, what works for me may not work for this person. But I think everybody has the same similar story as far as like, yeah, you gonna suffer some, and I think dealing with losses is the biggest thing. Like, how do you deal with taking a loss? Like, I think that's the biggest one for me. Like, it was like how to just accept that you lost and just move on. Just
let it go.
You lost your money. Trust me, I lost the most I have lost at one time was about and this is a low number compared to other people that I've known at trade. Like I know people who lost thousands of dollars like not in one trade, but they've lost it maybe over a day or so. The most I've ever lost in one trade was about $300-$400 in one trade. Like one trade. Yes.
Yeah. No.
That happened. That was my biggest at the time. That was my biggest loss. Like I had lost like 50 here, 25, like 100. And then I lost like $400. Like I was literally looking at the camera like this. You gotta be happy.
So what did you mistake did you make? What mistake?
Huh?
What mistake did you make?
Getting in too early. Getting in too early. Hopping in the trade before I had the confirmations that I needed. Looking at something and seeing it go a certain way and hopping in it and just hopping in the trade, looking at it and just hopping in and just blew it. Like, and I think my account at that time, it may have been, I'm trying to think, it may have been like maybe like $1,200. I think it was something like that. But my lot size was, I want to say my lot size may have been like $20 lot size, maybe 15. It was over 10. So it literally took me out. And
Matter,
15,
matter minutes.
20, yeah, 15, 30 minutes. Like it took me out. And when I lost,
Ugh.
and it didn't take me out like fast. But the
Mhm.
thing was, when I saw the $100 go by, the $200, I should have said, "Hey, dummy,
Yeah.
close out, close your trade. It's
You
okay.
were like, it's gonna go back. It's
It's
gonna
gonna
go
go
back.
back. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. It's gonna go." Because I'm looking. I'm trying to go to higher time frames. I'm trying to
Yeah.
analyze it. That
Oh.
trade never went. And did in my mind, what happened was I should have taken the profit that I did get.
Did
And that was another thing. Like I got in too early, but it went in profit. So instead of holding it, I should have just took the profit that I took. Should
Yeah.
just it wasn't all because and that's the thing we try to do. We so hopped in too early, and then I wanted to come to a certain area. Like I was like, oh, my take profit is here. So I'm going for 35, I'm going for 30 pips. And let's say I only did 15. Instead of me just closing out at 15 pips because it came to area. Now guess what? It came to this area and it rejected. So now I've gotten into it right at that area that is going to come to reject. So it went up, rejected it. Now it's going back into the negative.
Right.
And I should have just took that little money I had and just y'all holding on to it. Y'all holding on. But yeah, the most the I know now that was the most I lost in one trade. The most I've lost all together, just over a couple days, $1,000.
Ah.
Right at 1,000. Like right at $1,000. Like
what reason? What mistake did you make on that?
Well, it was more than one trade. It wasn't the same trade.
Right. Okay.
Same thing.
Okay.
It was a combination of what I did was I I was up, I was winning. Like this trade was coming so good. And I got to a certain lot size. Now I build my count back up. Got to a certain lot size. I was like, yes, okay. Oh, all right. I got a new lot size number. All right, let's go. So I'm seeing the trade, and instead of just taking I accomplished a goal, and you know how you get a pair of one trade, like, and you won. So I won. So I seen it continue to go up. So I was like, ooh. Man, okay. I was sitting here like, oh, okay, I could just let me just get a few more dollars, like let me just do that. Hopped in too early. Did not take my profit, like, so it wasn't even about no profit. But this is one trade. So I hopped in too early because I saw the money going and I lost. So I closed out. So then I let that go. No big deal. Went to another trade, maybe got some of it back, but then got into another trade, lost some more. So it was over a period of like days. Like it wasn't like I just lost $1,000 in one time. So it was like here days. And then I'm trying to remember, it was one of them was gold. So one of them gold. What did I do with gold? Hopped in too early. And that's usually the common denominator for all of my losses. Hopped in too early. Now when I did do revenge trading, I used a scalp. I try to scalp, and that's what I was trying to do. I lose it. Oh, okay. 10 pips up here. Come to area. Sell it. Oh, come to area. Buy it. Like for real. Like it was bad. Like I was like trying to figure out. And Jarrell was like, hey, you gotta stop. Like you gonna lose all your money. And I just started crying one day. I had blew my account. Like I was down to literally, it was crazy. So I was a firm believer. I'm not gonna keep depositing no money in my account. Like I'm not gonna keep doing it. Like I'm just gonna build it up from where it's at. And I literally had got like I was afraid to tell him I blew my account. Like I was scared. Because I just was like, because I was doing so well. And then me coming to him and say, I didn't blew my whole account. And this is my job. Like I'm full time. Like, and I like, I was like, I blew my account. He was like, it's
I,
okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. He was like, what do you need? Tell me, what do you
what do you
need?
need?
Do you need? And I said, no, I got, because of course I got money.
Money, yeah.
I just, I gotta start all over again. Like it was just so bad because it's like now you gotta start all over
it's
again.
traumatic, yeah.
I'm not gonna deposit $1,000. I'm just like now I gotta start back literally from $100 to $200. Like, because I think after I did that, I had to literally have a long conversation with myself because this was the third time that was the biggest amount. So that when I lost that big amount, like you're talking about, that's how much my rent almost is. You know what I'm saying? Like once you lose your rent money, and that's what I tell people, I was like, once you lose your rent money, now it sinks in a little differently because 100, 200, you're like, okay, 400, okay, all right. But once you lose your whole and that was crazy because I had utilized it because once I do something, because I was compounding. And so when I had got to a certain number, I pull out, put it here, grow from there, pull out, pull it here so I can continue to grow. Because I'm not just going to grow, now pull out. Like I'm going to have enough in there that I can start off at dollars lot size and continue to compound and just, because I have other investments like the crypto I have and stuff like that. So when I lost that much money in a days of time, it sat with me. And I didn't trade for like almost 2 weeks.
I guess not, Lord.
Ooh. I ain't trade for 2 weeks. And literally I was in distraught. And he was just like, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Like, it's okay. It happens. Let's go back. Let's see what because he said, pull up the trade. Let's see what you did. And so we looked at him after like 2 or 3 days. Let's see. He said, let's look and see what you did. Now you okay. You emotional. Let's look and see what you did. And we went over it. And he said, Joe, you can't. He's like, you can't make them silly mistakes like that. Like, you can't get into trades too early and trying to you got too much money on the line. So after that, you ain't got to worry about me. I never have. So and every now and then I'm human, but it's not to that extent. Like now, no, Miss Diane. Like people ask me, do you really follow your Yes, I do. Because trust me, I have gotten my head knocked off my body. Like you don't understand the look on my face and how I was just like I done lost almost $1,000.
Yeah. Like, and just a click of the button.
A click of a button.
Yeah.
And guess what? The broker don't care nothing about what you got to pay for.
No.